Hello everyone and welcome to The Casting Dead. I'm Matt.
And I'm David.
And today we're going to be discussing Season 8, Episode 1, titled Mercy.
Mercy.
The 100th episode.
That must mean something.
Yeah, not of our show, but...
no, not at all.
But we can claim a little bit of that.
No,
Maybe.
I mean, the fact that we've gone this far still and not given up on The Walking Dead.
Yeah. Only did it feel like a 100th episode to you, David? Because it didn't have the fanfare. It didn't have the fireworks.
No, there was no... I feel there was a lack of marketing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
is
sure.
it just me? I mean, like, I feel like I surf enough online for me to say...
Well, I mean, for Walking Dead, there was a lack of marketing. It's still super saturized out there in the world, but I think as far as Walking Dead goes, they could have gone harder.
Well, as someone like me who just basically tunes into horror news and, you know, Movie Pilot would be one of them that basically advocates for so much of The Walking Dead, and I didn't hear much from them either.
Huh. But David, who directed this episode?
Oh, I think we all know. It's the...
Michael Bay.
Oh, yeah.
Am I right?
No, it was his understudy, the Greg Nicotero.
Greg Nicotero, yeah. He does all the big ones.
Well, I think...
he does a lot of the big ones.
I feel like Michael Bay did the CGI'd ones.
Okay. No, Michael Bay loves explosions. He's not going to be doing... Michael Bay's not into CGI.
Yeah, but it's not
explosions.
his film. He's going to be like, well, you know what? I don't feel like wasting my precious explosions on this little thing, so I'll show you how to do a CGI explosion.
Yeah. I'll show you how to use up a whole season's worth of budget in one episode.
And then basically have a huge lackluster when the time comes for the actual plot.
Yeah. So, what did you think of this episode, David?
All right. Overall, okay, so just two things. Pardon my expression when I say this, but in my opinion, the editing to this episode was whorish.
Whorish?
Whorish.
It just slept around?
It was terrible. It was done so whorish.
Okay. I would, you know, to me, I'm thinking maybe it was a little horrid. But
no, whorish.
You're going
I'm going whorish.
all the way with
Did
this
a whorish job on this editing.
Went out of the house looking that way.
It was it was all over the place, as to take one of the definitions.
Down at the docks.
And the second thing would be I also found it very lazy.
Okay. Well, we'll I'll figure out what you mean by that one as we go on.
More specifics for laziness. Yeah.
I found this to be hitting me over the head with the fact that they're looking to make a big change with the show.
Oh yeah,
I think we this is one of the first episodes, one of the first seasons. I mean, that we never did a trailer discussion.
That's because the trailer was crap.
I hated the trailer, and I felt like if I was going to go on and talk about it, I was going to be way too negative about it.
Yeah,
so
same here. It all starts off. Oh god, we remember how it starts off. It's the thing we don't want to see, and it's the thing we're going to run into talking about as we go along with this episode. It's what we don't want to see.
Yeah, but I mean, do we understand it? I think that's the thing. It's like, do we understand what?
No,
we're
nobody
watching,
understands it. What's the point of understanding it?
Okay, well, we'll get to it. Let's get right into the episode, David.
Fine, let's dive into it. Because it's going to tell you about what we're actually talking about.
Yeah, right away. So there seems to be a couple of different timelines / realities. I don't know what to call them yet, so I'm just going to leave them really open-ended.
Things happened.
Sure. They're going on this episode, particular to Rick. One of them, the one that we open with, it's a very close shot on Rick. We can see he's drenched in sweat, probably water, actually, because he's
the reflections.
Outside. Yeah. And you hear the water, and you hear the stream, and his eyes are bloodshot.
I feel like that was a flashback to last season for some odd reason.
It felt like one, because kind of felt like one. I don't know where that fits.
Yeah, that hair, like the same way as he was when he was about to not beg for Negan, but basically when Negan had him at his knees again. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of so much.
Yeah. Then we have the other shot. It's a soft focus, brighter set of images here. It's the one where we see him with the cane, with the flowers. There's
you don't
watch.
see him with it. You see a shot of each of them.
Yeah.
So you don't see
presumably in his bedroom.
Right. It has that like that dovey looking.
Yeah.
That dovey looking fluorescence.
Yeah. And this is a scene that we always see him lying in bed. He's got short gray hair, a big old beard. We hear a muffled version of Another One Bites the Dust playing in the distance. This is a scene that I think we saw during the trailer.
Not the first song. Another one. Wait.
I heard a little bit of it. And I heard a little bit of a different song too, and I don't know what the other song was.
Another One Rides the Bus.
Another One Rides the Bus.
I'm not kidding. It was Another One Rides the Bus. I'm surprised you didn't. That's your idol, like playing in the background. You didn't recognize him?
Who was my idol?
Weird Al Yankovic.
Weird Al Yankovic was not playing in the background.
I'm not joking, Matthew.
I'm
Matthew. You okay? Remember 2 years ago? No. Exactly. Actually, 1 year since today. Since today we made this bet, was go get my Halloween candy, and I won that bet. If you're standing firm that it's not another one rides the bus, then we're gonna do this Halloween candy bet.
Fine,
and
we're doing it.
Okay, so we're gonna pause.
No. I'm guaranteeing you right now. I'm going to say it for the record. Weird Al Yankovic did not have a song in this episode of The Walking Dead.
Okay, well, good. You seal that, and I'm saying on record that he did, and it's another one rides the bus.
Okay, well, let's check that out at the end of the episode because I don't want to pause it now. So at the very end of the episode, post sign-off music, we're gonna have the finale of this.
Fine, but we gotta post the result because I'm gonna enjoy my Halloween weekend. I'm gonna cheat my meal just for you.
This is how little I care about this because I think I don't even. I feel like you might be serious now. And
I feel so victorious at the end of it. I do every time. It's only the second time.
So now we see the watch here set at 4:43. Does that mean anything to you, David?
I was actually looking at the brand and not at the actual time.
Little Ben?
Brand.
Little Ben? Is that it?
Did I say bland? Bland? No, I didn't say bland either. Did I say band instead of brand?
You said brand.
Okay.
But the brand was Little Ben.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was West Clocks.
Oh, okay. Probably West Clocks. The name of it was Little Ben.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think at the top it said Little Ben. At the bottom was like West Clocks.
Okay. Does that have any significance?
No significance. I looked at the brand.
Is that Glenn's watch?
Yeah, I just looked.
I don't know.
I didn't care about the time, to be honest.
Man, this episode.
I told you it's whorish.
No, our episode, this podcast.
Well, it reflects over the Walking Dead episode, but it's not. I think we're more structured in this whorish editing, actually.
All right, so during the trailer of this scene worried me because I'm thinking, they're definitely not going to do it, but they're going to try and fool some of the more malleable fans out there that this is all been a dream, that he's just waking up in the hospital for real this time.
Oh man!
And that none of this really happened. Is that
I don't
what
think they go that far?
No, I mean for sure that's not what they're doing. But it's they're going to make some people think of that. You don't get to say that. You didn't see Lost.
Not all of it,
and you don't know
a lot of it. Enough of it.
Not enough to be able to say accusations like that because that right there, sir, is only a quarter of the truth.
I don't care. A lot of it's true.
and the other expectation from that trailer is that they're going to do some sort of time jump so that they can recast, restructure, and keep this show going for another 10 years.
And unfortunately, Rick doesn't die.
Well, yeah, I mean, it does seem that way. Unless this is a dream or some fantasy.
Yeah,
he's growing out a beard.
Not once. I didn't read that much of the comics. I read like four trade paperbacks. Not once did they incorporate any fantasies whatsoever, like fantasies, literally fantasies that they emphasize in this show.
No, but they did incorporate a flash forward of a couple years.
A flash forward actually happens.
Yes, yeah, it happens. Not even a flash forward; they just pass time.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
we still don't really know what's going on in this, but we're going to get back to it. The significance of 443, I've got nothing.
Me neither.
Absolutely nothing. I don't know. Maybe next episode we'll be able to find out. We have another scene. He is standing over a grave. Don't know whose grave it is.
Was it several graves?
Well, yeah, it's a graveyard, but he's particularly standing over one grave.
Yeah, but he's wearing something completely... Okay, I know what you're talking about. He's wearing something completely different. I think that takes place the day that we're actually seeing that episode, isn't it?
Maybe. He's like a tan shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost like his old cop uniform.
Yeah, because he usually wears blue, but then this time I noticed tan.
Yeah.
So.
And then the last one here is Rick leading that pep rally.
Right. Oh, well, leading. I don't know about... He kind of shares the mount with Maggie and Ezekiel. They kind of take turns, but then, Rick wants the final word, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Well, he needs it. Okay, so now we're past the 4 Ricks.
There's 4?
Those are the 4 Ricks. We got the Rick standing over the grave. We got the Rick giving the speech.
Right.
The old man Rick and the bloodshot eyes Rick. Now, before the opening credits, we also have people at the hilltop repairing armored vehicles. Dwight and Daryl exchanging plans through arrows.
So I guess everybody's like, okay, well, I guess we believe Dwight all of a sudden.
Yeah, he's proven himself.
Has he?
It was through that stupid little toy. I don't want to see any more focus on how they don't trust him yet. I'm okay trusting him.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we just we just swipe that under the carpet.
Yeah,
that's what I call whorish.
Okay, it's a new term. Only for The Walking Dead. There we go. You might pull up some other things when you type that in, but
totally. But then you'll find us somewhere.
Yeah. Tara and Carol on a rooftop marking down times. Tara's got her damn sunglasses on.
That's fine. She has to use them.
Well, yeah, it's the only thing. The only thing that episode that she got those glasses in was worth. It was just her coming back with a bag full of colored glasses.
I almost felt like checking if those are the ones she got, and just in case they didn't get that right as well or something.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to double. I just did not feel like going through the effort for it.
You know what else I didn't get right? She's eating licorice, and she is not having as hard a time as I think she should be having after 5 years of no licorice production.
What do you mean, you mean to gobble it up?
That licorice has got to be hard as sin, David. That licorice, even nowadays,
she's using like it's a cigarette.
Yeah, that's got to be the
that's
hardest.
What my brother says he was doing.
Stick.
As we were watching the episode, I was watching my brother, and he was just saying, "Oh yeah, that's how I eat my licorice." Exactly. I'm like, okay,
sure, but I mean, you bought licorice that's not even expired yet, and it's still way too hard to chew, and you're not enjoying
maybe
it.
They kept it in a cupboard and it moistened up. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, they're in warm weather. There's no way it's that hard.
Yeah, that's true. Is that why they leave all their windows open too?
Yes.
And they're driving around.
I
walkers?
do that currently with my apartment, actually.
Yeah, but you don't. You're not on the ground floor with a bunch of zombies outside.
That's true.
I think you might have to deal with.
But you are in a gated community.
Sure. But they're driving around. When they're driving, none of them have their windows rolled up.
I just don't think it'll dry out the licorice that quickly.
I'm not even talking about the licorice anymore.
Oh, okay.
Screw the licorice. I'm talking about the walkers and the death.
I was talking about the licorice, though.
I moved on.
Didn't seem like it, but it's fine.
So
back on the licorice. No,
yeah, what do you think of Rick's speech here, David?
It needed licorice. The speech, honestly, first word came to me, and it's not whorish.
Cheesy?
No, synonym.
Cinnamon.
Stop.
I know. Okay, go ahead.
Tacky.
Yeah, tacky.
Tacky was a big one because I really felt like it felt forced, and then when I feel like it almost felt like the actors kind of miscued. They were kind of miscued when they had to say their part afterwards. So it was Rick, then following by Maggie, and then when Ezekiel came along, he raised his arms in the air, all Shakespearean.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's it. Ezekiel was right in between the two of them, actually.
Yes,
and I feel like Rick was doing an okay job, a decent job. A little cocky, but you'd expect nothing less from Rick.
It is Rick.
But then when King Ezekiel steps in, I feel like this was not communicated between the two of them because I feel like Rick was displeased. He's like, man, I was doing a pretty good job here, and you're kind of bringing my speech down. You're quoting Shakespeare.
Did you write it down, actually?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was kind of
curious.
I
didn't want to.
Me neither. I would just want to move on from the speech, actually.
Yeah.
I was cringing so much.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think Rick cringed a lot. That's why we just didn't see him react to this. And then, luckily, Maggie, she saved it in the end.
She was. Well, kind of.
She did the best she could with what she had.
I think so too. She couldn't follow up Shakespeare, so
no.
Shakespeare in the field.
Yeah. So opening credits. Finally, we're at the opening credits. 15 minutes into this episode.
It was a horrible. I don't know. I did not like that ensemble. Like that editing job was terrible.
Just to be clear, when I say 15 minutes into this episode, I mean our episode, our podcast.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a lot to handle. There was a lot going on, and it's disjointed for sure. Kind of, it's hard to follow.
I disagree when you say a lot to handle. I would just say it's just.
Well, it's a lot going on. It's like not a lot going on. Let me backtrack here.
Okay, cool.
Not a lot going on, but it's making us wonder, like, where does this Rick fit in the timeline? Why is he bloodshot in this one? Why is he? Whose grave is he standing over? They're just throwing a lot of questions.
Yeah,
at
I was being overly critical and just saying, why are they throwing all these things? You have a whole season to put this up.
Yeah,
and I don't understand why it has to come up now.
Well, 100th episode, they got to jam it all in there. I got some theories coming up too.
Cool.
My own.
I'm looking forward to it. Just
so,
like I didn't, script. They didn't prepare for their speech. We didn't prepare for our structure this episode.
No, we did not. So basically, we got the same thing we've always gotten in this opening credit scene. We got a few new additions to the inserts.
A couple subtractions.
Yes. I didn't notice too much. I think Glenn's watch is not there anymore. Michonne's sword is. There's a sewer now, some kind of drain. Ross Marquand, Aaron.
Right.
He's made it to the top billed actors, so good for you, Ross.
Yeah.
And the title, of course, is as degraded as ever.
Completely.
Yeah.
I think it's like...
It doesn't have much
life
longer.
No.
Before we can't even read what we're